Hello and welcome to Time+Tide, where we have no script and we're going to talk purely from the heart. This is a bit of an experiment for me. It's Andrew here. Before we get into our experiment of dreams, let's talk about what you're wearing. I am actually wearing not a TAG Heuer, it's a Zenith Chronomaster Sport. It's my own watch with the white dial. I love this watch. It is soon to be removed as we talk about the TAG Heuer Aquaracer reference 844 limited edition. But what are you wearing? Tell me in the comments below. I always check them and often I answer. Let's start talking. Now this off-script experiment, what's going on here? Look, it's simply that this watch had a visceral effect on me. I have no history with Aquaracer watches. I've never owned one. I've never really wanted to. I've seen some great moves by TAG Heuer in recent years with camouflage dials and carbon fiber, and there's been some creativity shown there, but it's mostly been materials and aesthetics as opposed to meaningful changes to a model. That's all happened in 2021 with this new TAG Heuer Aquaracer, which I can say is new in so many ways. It is thinner on the wrist. It is about 0.5 millimeter thinner in terms of case height. It is 0.5 millimeter shorter in terms of lug-to-lug. It is now in grade 2 titanium, brushed with an olive dial. It is now in smaller sizes with a really interesting wave pattern. The date window's moved, but really the biggest change, and the reason that I'm speaking off the cuff without a script about this watch, is that it is the first Aquaracer that really starts to build on and build from Heuer's first dive watch from 1978. And look, this trend of having vintage or heritage touches to a brand new watch is divisive. It is a little controversial. Some people like it. Others find that we should just let watches be what they are, new shiny things. However, I find the touches in this reference 844 limited edition, which is only released in 844 pieces. Another thing I love from TAG Heuer, a really small quantity for a limited edition, is I just love the way these come to life. And I think that this gives the Aquaracer a whole lot of extra gravitas. And I'm going to go through those touches now. Firstly, and most noticeably, is that creamy lume on the indexes and hands. Not to mention the redesigned shape of the hour hand, which I love. It gives the watch a much stronger presence. You know, the hands are the part of the watch that you watch the most, so you really notice that. And again, these small changes, in addition to this heritage feel, might be things like the octagonal indexes. They just give the dial a distinctive presence that's quite different. Of course, we have these sort of burgundy or oxblood red markings on the indexes, and these red numbers count on from 12 all the way around to 24 if you were to use the bezel as a second time zone indicator. Now, the heritage touches continue to the color of the bezel. Instead of having a really glossy, lustrous black bezel, we have a slightly what appears to be desaturated black, which again works well with this color palette of cream and red that is something that we associate with really classic vintage models. It has this lovely polished chamfer. Now this is a reference to the reference 844 model that had that extra polishing detail, which gives the light a little bit more to play with on the case. And then of course we have this really high quality rubber strap with octagonal sections taken out of it. And again, it appears from the distance that this is an automotive style strap with holes cut out for comfort on the wrist to reduce sweat while you're wearing it in a race. However, closer inspection does show that this is another reference to those octagonal indexes on the dial. This new clasp has a very nifty adjustment mechanism, which is so easy to use, and it gives you, I don't know how many extra millimeters of strap, but on hot days it's going to be a snap just to reach down and depress both sides of this adjustment and move it in whichever direction you need. Now, all of this does not come without a small price premium. This TAG Heuer limited edition in titanium case material is $6,300. That compares to $6,100 for a olive green brushed gray titanium model and $4,350 for the steel variations. Of course, the titanium case makes it a little lighter on the wrist and gives it a slightly different wrist feel and is more impervious to scratches. So, in summary, we have a completely surprising move from TAG Heuer with this model. It is a decidedly and determinedly new watch with all of the beautiful finishings and new car smell sensations you get from a new TAG Heuer, as well as referring to a model from 1978, just 2 years after I was born, that has the comfort of age and of what could be called, when you look at this original reference 844, something of a forgotten classic from Heuer. It's not what they do, dive watches are not what they're known for, but certainly they pulled out an absolute ripper in 1978, and it has maintained its relevance, maintained its appeal in 2021. Thank you very much for watching this long and unscripted experiment in Speaking from the Heart. Let me know what you think. Should I stick to the script more often, or should we do this again? Let me know. Thanks for watching. Time+Tide.